like I said before, especially when you have 2 buys, even 1 buy, it's great. You pretty big advantage, so definitely try to work on those levels if it's something that you want to do. All right, so Dan Jordan, always smiling, Dan Jordan, one of my favorite pros, favorite persons. He is rocking a full tilt poker shirt, and Ali Aintrazi kind of has an 8-ball with a little crank, it looks like. So looks like Ali's probably going to be on the play. And Dan Jordan is to your left. Ali Aintrazi is to your right. So let's see what's going on. And Ali takes a look at his hand. And I feel as though he might mulligan, he might keep. Not too sure. So Dan's definitely getting the, doing a little talking to him. And Dan's actually the one who mulligans. So Dan doing a little playful bantering there, but he's the one who takes the mulligan. And I talk to Dan a lot, and Dan says he doesn't care that he mulligans. He's like, I'll mulligan to 6, I'll mulligan to 5. I don't care, because Dan knows what specific cards he needs in which matchups. So Dan definitely understands the metagame, understands Type 2, understands Legacy, and it's just pretty good. So Dan is Dan's on the draw. Dan is normally Dan's a control player. He played kind of a version of Callblade in Paris. He actually played Dredge to his best Pro Tour finish in Pro Tour Amsterdam. He made top 16. So it's definitely pretty good. And yeah, Dan. If anybody has ever watched Dan play before, Dan just loves to talk, loves to have a good time, and that's pretty much one of the reasons why he's my favorite person. Well, one of my favorite people. Also, he was an excellent co-host in Where Everyone's a Winner, Season 2. Hopefully, we're going to play Season 3 later, so it should go up on YouTube. So Dan's going to 6, Jake. He's on the draw, he's mulliganing, and Ali leads off with an Ancient Tombs. Is this the deck we just played against? On Moto? I'm not sure. And a Mox Diamond. And, oh, wow, okay, so he's playing this deck. Ali is playing a crazy Affinity Artifact type deck with the Forge Master, the 3/5.
Yeah, he's playing, I think the original name for this deck was Mean Deck Mud, but that version of the deck played Goblin Welder, and did not have blue for Thoughtcast. It was red instead for Welder, and Ali chose to play blue for Thoughtcast instead of red for Welder, and that gives him access to Chalice of the Void. Ali felt that Chalice of the Void on 1 was like an excellent choice for this format.
Wait, what were you saying?
So the original version of this deck.
Oh, okay, the original version. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
Perfect.
Was,
all right.
Came in 2nd place at the tournament in Indianapolis.
Okay, great. So he leads off with a Thoughtcast. And he's drawn extra cards. Pretty good. That's what you want to do, right? Especially against a deck that is kind of a more card advantage type deck out of Bug.
Yes.
Yeah. So Dan's not playing Team America. Don't be fooled, guys. He's playing Bug, but not Team America. You guys will be pretty.
Control.
Yeah. You guys will be pleased with Dan's deck for sure. We don't have his exact deck list, but we'll try to get it for you.
Now, what are these guys' records? Like 4-1?
I believe they're both 5-0.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Ali Aintrazi is an awesome dude.
Joe Marucci.
It's a really interesting deck. Ashok Taturi is a big fan of this deck. He actually played this at the SCG Open in Edison, New Jersey. He played the red version with Welder.
Awesome. All right. So Dan is coming out with the Hemtatorak, randomizing which card he wants to take. And oh wow, I like this. I like this little poker aspect to it. Dan's taking a sneak peek. And a Lodestone Golem. Wow, double Lodestone Golem. Awesome.
Oh, we got both of them.
Yeah, Dan seemed to be excited about that.
That's pretty good. But I mean, this turn Ali can slam a Forge Master and equip Greaves. It's gonna put Dan in a pretty bad spot. So Ali's gonna pass, and on Dan's end step, Ali might have access to, I'm not sure if he has it, but he might have Blightsteel Colossus, in which case he can just kill Dan in one swing. Right here. So let's see if Ali decides to fetch up a Blightsteel Colossus. He does not. He's going to attempt a Voltaic Key. And then play Grim Monolith. He's going to tap the Grim Monolith for mana. Use the Voltaic Key.
So that's 5 mana?
Yep. Then that's 6/7 mana, and I believe he has a Wormcoil Engine in his hand.
So this is really bad for Dan.
Yes.
Looks like Dan has a Force of Will, but no blue card.
Yeah. Now, Ali's going to sacrifice 3 artifacts here.
One of them being the Wormcoil Engine.
Yes.
What do you think he's going to go get?
He's probably going to get Mirror Battlesphere. That'll give him the artifacts he needs, so that the Forge Master can kind of just go insane forever. He also gets those 2 tokens from the Wormcoil Engine, which are also artifacts. It's kind of a big deal. And, he's going to get Blightsteel Colossus.
Oh, wow.
And
That's
he's
game.
going to equip the Lightning Greaves to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then...
That's pretty much game.
Yeah, he just attacks Dan.
Dan could chump block.
Yeah.
But
then
it's
he's got
still...
the Shrouded, 12 indestructible
and
poison.
it also tramples, correct?
Yes.
So it would actually trample just for exactly 10, I believe. I'm not sure how big the Goyf was.
Oh, the Goyf's just a 1/2?
I'm not exactly sure, but regardless, Dan just scoops like
Yeah.
how can he really get out of that?
Do?
Yeah. So Dan's down a game, and look at him. Look at it. He's still perfectly happy. He's like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
I got nut drawn. I don't really care. And Ollie's up a game. So
That's not a nut draw.
It's not a nut draw?
No, you can go off on like turn 1.
I mean, it seemed like a pretty good draw.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know.
What is it? The Mud deck.
Yeah.
Mean Deck Mud is very capable of doing like really, really absurd things very early in the game.
Sure.
But if opponents aren't playing blue cards,
Okay,
it's like very, very difficult for people to beat you.
Yeah. Well, Dan's down a game. I got to give him some support really quick. I'll be right back.
Okay.
All right.
Now, this match is really interesting. Dan's bug list is pretty controlling. He's playing some of the most powerful cards in the format. He has access to cards like Hymn to Turok and things like that. Whereas Ali is playing Mean Deck Mud, which is a combo-based artifact deck. Ali's deck completely ignores 1-drops. It doesn't play any 1-drops. So if you guys are looking for a deck that dodges Mental Misstep, Ali's deck is like the penultimate of that. He instead plays Chalice, which he then lands on 1, and he can do this on turn 1 with a great amount of consistency because he has the Moxen, the Ancient Tombs, and the City of Traders. Playing a Chalice for 1 in this format is very strong against a lot of decks. I'd say most decks have at least 16 1-drops.
All right. Yeah, I would agree, but I am mistaken. Ali Aintrazi's shirt is actually the bomb guy
From Mario.
Yeah. So I actually called it an 8-ball with a little wine ticky thing. So everyone in the chat actually corrected me. I want to thank you guys for knowing your Super Mario Brother trivia. That's good. I actually went to trivia night one time, and I was like, hey, you guys have any Super Mario Brother trivia? And they were like, no. And, I lost. But now I'll probably win. So I'll go back. It was good. All right. But they still won't have it. All right. So regardless, Dan is down a game. Ollie's up a game. Dan is playing a bug-type control deck. Goyf him close to Team America, but Dan is not Team America. Dan's playing Dark Confidant.
Okay,
so,
no Tombstalkers?
No Tombstalkers. So just a little different build from Team America. And we saw Ollie's deck play to his fullest, pretty much.
Yeah.
So just...
It did what it's supposed to.
What was it, turn 4? Turn 4 kill?
That was... I guess the actual kill would have been on turn 4, but he put the Blightsteel Colossus into play there on turn 3, and he actually had access to the combo as early as turn 2, but he chose to wait and make sure that he went off clean.
Yeah, so we're thinking that the Goyf was probably a 2-3, and Dan would have taken 9 poison counters, I believe, that turn.
Yeah, 8 or 9.
Yeah, so for everybody at home, Blightsteel Colossus is a 11-11, so it would have been 8 poison counters. He would have been dead next turn, regardless. So it's an 11-11 Trample Infect, Indestructible. And if it would go to the graveyard, instead of going to the graveyard, you go to shuffle it back into your deck.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely a really awesome card from Mirrodin the Beseeched.
Yeah, it's you know, this is like the new Tinker target of choice for people who just want to kill people right out of the blue. It's much better than the old Colossus, adding Infect to something with 10 power.
Yeah, I mean, essentially, it's a 22-22.
Yeah.
So it's a one-turn hit kill.
Yeah.
And there's never been a card like that, correct? Draco was a 16-16. I don't think there's ever been a one-turn kill card.
It just kills in one attack?
Yeah, this kills in one attack.
Yep.
Nothing else ever in the game.
Phage.
Phage, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Okay, so. All right, so Dan Jordan is counting out his 7. Let's see. 2 at a time. Just watching Dan, he brings a big smile to my face. Brings a big smile to everybody's face.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Dan's such a great guy.
Yeah, and he's probably going to keep. And it looks like Ali, I think I see 2 Voltaic keys maybe, or 1 Voltaic key and a Mox Diamond. Not too sure, but it seems like Dan is going to keep, and Ali's pondering his decision. Or maybe Dan's pondering. I'm not too sure. Just hopefully none of these guys mulligan, so we just see. All right, so Ali's going to ship it back. So
yeah,
this time,
Ali had a no-lander.
Oh, was it no lander?
It's a no-lander.
So it was a Mox Diamond with no lands, which is even worse.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it was a Chrome Mox and he had some color cards, wouldn't be that bad.
Yeah, Chrome Mox when you're playing as many artifacts as him, though, is pretty bad.
No, the question I have is this guy, he plays lots of artifacts. Ali plays lots of artifacts, right? Does he play Mox Opal?
I believe the deck has 1 or 2 copies of it.
Okay, because I mean, I know it's legendary, but it seems like it could be better than Mox Diamond. But I'm not too sure. I'm not a master deck builder, and I'm not like a.
You are a master deck builder.
Yeah, you know.
And in relation to an average deck builder,
But,
I think you would be considered a master deck builder.
Just imagine how good Mox Opal would be if it was not legendary.
Oh, it'd just be so absurd.
Yeah,
the card would be worth so much money.
It would. I mean, it's going up in price. If you guys are looking for Mox Opals, it's you probably should have picked them up a while ago, but let's see if you can still pick them up now for a decent price. Well, yeah, they're up to $20 now. Not that bad.
Still not that bad.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
For a card that has the word Mox in its name,
and
$20 is kind of the going rate.
Yeah, $19.99 at StarCityGames.com, and considering the fact that it's played in Type 2, it's played in Legacy, and it's played in Type 1.
Oh, yeah.
We don't know if it's played in Extended because we're not sure what's going to happen with Extended.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of talk going on that they're going to change Extended completely, so that would be pretty cool if that happens.
Yeah. And hopefully the complete and total revamp isn't just not having it anymore.
All right, so Dan leads off with a Verdant Catacombs, and it looks like Ali has double Mox Diamond.
Yeah, he just ripped one off the top. It's pretty rough.
Yeah, that's usually not that good, unless he does something crazy this turn. Then it's good. All right, so it looks like we're going to have their deck list. Dan Jordan and Ali Aintrazi's deck list. No, not their deck list. No, it's okay. Yeah, it's all good. All right, so maybe later, though, we could have Dan Jordan and Ali Aintrazi come in the booth and talk about their decks. That would be pretty cool. All right, so Ali has access to 3 mana, but he's not done yet.
Not at all.
You think he's done? He's not done. Here comes a Metal Worker.
Yeah, I mean, if Dan doesn't have a removal spell, he's probably just dead, right?
I think he has a Metal Worker and Mox Diamond.
Oh, so yeah.
I don't think he has like
really
a threat. Yeah.
He's like a Valakut deck with no Titan.
Okay.
At this point.
Yeah. All right, here comes a Thoughtseize. Awesome card. And that's it does play a Mox Opal. That's a Mox Opal.
Mm-hmm.
So the reason why he didn't play the Mox Opal there is that he wanted to hold it to fuel his Metal Worker.
Yep.
Because Mox Opal will add 1 mana, but with the Metal Worker and the Opal in your hand, it's going to produce 2.
Mm-hmm.
Personally, I would take that Metal Worker, and Dan. That's the reason why I'm friends. Friends with Dan, or Dan's friend, whichever way you want to look at it. And so wow, okay, Ali goes to the beatdown, and check this out. This is awesome. We have Dan Jordan and Ali Aintrazi's deck. This is very good. So Jake, tell these guys what you like about these decks.
Ooh, what I really like about Dan Jordan's deck is that he's playing Terravor. I think Terravor is, one of the best creatures in Legacy. It doesn't really get enough play, in my opinion. With so many fetch lands in the format, and cards like Mox Diamond and things like that, Terravor is just so huge, so quick, and it has Trample. It gets in all the time, and it's one of those cards that you can almost always reliably swing with. I like that a lot. It's the Night of the Reliquary for the decks that don't play white. He also has Jace's. He has 2 copies of Jace, just like Edgar. Jace is incredibly good in this format. I think Jace is actually better in Legacy than it is in Standard in some ways.
All right.
That's not true, but better than Extended.
Sure.
I'm sorry.
All right. So Dan's off to a great start. He's got pretty much control of this game. Ollie is kind of short on mana in the sense that he can't really build up his lands.
Yeah.
While Dan is playing land after land, and he has Goy for a pretty big attacker. All right. So Ollie, what? All right, Ollie's. So did he draw a Worm Coil? I think he did.
He did.
And he just revealed 6. So he has 6 mana in his pool and dropped the Worm Coil. Wow, things could have just changed right there.
Yep.
Does Dan have an answer?
I don't know.
It's pretty tough to answer a Worm Coil engine if it's not in the form of a counterspell or something.
Yeah, I mean, it's a really hard card to deal with.
Yeah,
especially if you don't have access to cards like Path or Swords.
Does Dan have Soul of the Temptation anywhere in his deck?
He does not.
Oh, wow, Soul of Temptation would be really good.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he has much to deal with this card.
All right, so...
If it resolves, he's in trouble. But he could have a Force or something.
Yeah, I'm not sure of Dan's hand.
Dan's like, is that card real?
Wow, all right, so it resolved. I do see a Spell Pierce in Dan's hand, but that does not help him right here. So the game goes from looking pretty good for Dan, with Ollie only having Mox Opals and kind of useless artifacts, to all of a sudden Ollie draws a Worm Coil engine, and that's going to be troublesome for Dan.
Yeah, Worm Coil is a card that can just break a game wide open all by itself.
Oh, wow, and then he just drew a Thoughtcast.
That's very strong here.
Yeah, so now
that might be the best card he could draw.
Yeah, definitely. So he's going to fuel, and it's going to cost him 1 mana to draw 2 cards. That's pretty good.
That's a pretty good deal.
Yeah.
It's a bill.
The Bill?
Bill.
What's Bill?
Draw 2 cards. Bill.
I don't know. Is that actually a Magic card?
It's a Pokemon card.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's called Bill. It's draw 2. It's the best card in the game.
Yeah. So I think right now Dan is contemplating that maybe he should just Spell Pierce this, but it's not really gonna do anything. I think Dan knows he's in big trouble.
Oh yeah. I mean, even if he Spell Pierces here, Ali can just easily pay for it.
And if you notice something about Dan's deck, is that he's on 8 life after just 1 hit from the Worm Coil engine, because he does sack lands, he does Thought Seizes, you know. So you have to, if you're playing a bug type deck, you have to be careful and preserve your life total. That's why I like Team Italia. We have life gain in the form of Jitte, Basica Collar. After board, you can plow your own guy. So, all right. So Metalworker produces 4 mana, and Ollie drops. Wow. Okay, a 5/3 Lodestone Golem, which will make everything in Dan's deck cost more. And it looks like that's the type of draw Dan would do to, you know, right before he scoops.
Yes.
The sideways. That's game. I really can't do anything. And I think Ollie just swings in here. He's going to do a quick Tarmogoyf check to make sure it's not bigger than the Golem. But he just decides to swing in with the Worm Coil engine, bringing Dan to 2 life.
He goes up to 28. Now,
revealing 6. Well, producing 6 mana, revealing 3. Playing a Metalworker, having 3 in his pool, and a Crucible of the Worlds, which will allow Ollie to play lands from his graveyard as though they were in his hand.
Yeah.
So it's a card advantage type card most of the time.
Yeah, it's a really powerful card. I like that card a lot. The card works exceptionally well when you're playing with Wastelands, which Ollie, of course, is playing with 4 Wastelands.